Hello, this is Dr. Dennis Kimbro, and I'm glad that we're having this moment together. You know, in my 30 plus years as teaching as a college professor and researching peak performers from all across this nation and really across the globe, and as an individual who has studied entrepreneurship for the bulk of my adult life, you know, I receive emails, letters, faxes, phone calls, whatever, of would-be entrepreneurial hopefuls who really want to find out the key to entrepreneurship. And if I can leave you with one trait, one quality of all successful entrepreneurs, and first of all, what is the definition of an entrepreneur or entrepreneurship? Well, I love the definition used by Howard Stevenson, who taught entrepreneurship at Harvard University for a number of years. Entrepreneurship is the pursuit of an opportunity without any regard to the resources at hand. And the term entrepreneur was really, I guess, J.B. Say, the French economist, was the individual who really coined the term entrepreneur. This is according to the economist J.B. Say. He said that an entrepreneur is an individual who takes an idea, a product, a service from a low area of interest to a high area of interest. In other words, who takes a unique product or service and adds value to that product or service and really goes for it in the marketplace. Well, there are 5 phases that all entrepreneurs go through. The first phase is what we call new venture creation. And what is new venture creation? That's the phase where an individual has an idea that he or she is going to start a business. Now, they haven't placed any money, there's no skin in the game, they don't have an office, they haven't cut the power, the light switch on. This is the phase where you have the idea and you know that sooner or later, whether you're working in a job, whether you're working for corporate America, whether you're unemployed, whatever, you just have this idea in your mind that one day you're going to be in business for yourself. This could be an individual who's currently working for somebody else. This can be an individual who's a college student, knowing that as soon as he or she graduates from college, walks across that stage, they're going to go ahead and chase their dream. Now, granted, there are probably thousands, if not millions, of individuals who find themselves in the new venture stage. Second phase is what we call startup. And what is startup? It's the commitment phase. This is when you go ahead and place money on the line. This is when you go ahead and get your office space. This is when you go ahead and order your business cards. When you try to find like-minded individuals that help you, teammates that'll help you build this dream. And really, the second phase, this makes all the difference in the world. Going from new venture to startup. It's really the commitment phase. The third stage is the managerial stage. And this is the number one obstacle to all startups. Why is it the number one obstacle? Because this is the stage in which you have got to shift from entrepreneur to manager. This is the number one roadblock for all entrepreneurs. Why? Because that shift going from entrepreneur to manager is a difficult shift for many to make. And at manager, that's when you mold, that's when you get a group of individuals, like-minded employees, and you mold them and shape them and move them towards a common objective. So many folks think, well, Doc, is really, I thought that finding the capital that I need or finding the resources that I need at hand is really going to be my number one obstacle or my number one roadblock. No, not at all. So many entrepreneurs can't make that shift to manager. You know, the hard part is not coming up with the dream and coming up with the money. The hard part is finding a team, like-minded individuals. The fourth stage is the leadership stage. And that's when you build leadership in your team. And that's at the fourth stage is where you and the spouse, you've been with the company, you've been with the startup for a number of months, a number of years, and you've built and you developed leadership in your team where you could go ahead and take a week off, take 2 weeks off, and you come back and your business is purring along and your business is moving along and you're reaching all the milestones and all the objectives. Why? Because you have leaders on your team. And as you know, there are 5 phases of leadership, and maybe one day we'll get into the 5 phases of leadership. The leadership phase is key. Why? Because you're taking your team to the next level. There's a huge difference between being a manager and being a leader. And when you're looking for leadership, You're looking for those individuals who could take the team, high concern for people and high concern for productivity. And so many people can't really mold their team into leaders, or they really can't find that leadership trait that they need. And then last but not least, mergers and acquisitions or startup. And what do we mean by mergers and acquisitions? Have you developed an exit strategy within your business plan? Or are you going to buy new businesses? Are you going to acquire new businesses? Those are the 5 phases of all successful startups. And you can judge and you can gauge wherever your business plan is. You can judge or gauge wherever your product or service is by the number of these 5 phases of entrepreneurship. I hope it's helpful, and I hope that it really makes a difference in your business.